All right, hello everybody, and welcome to this week's live broadcast. Thank you and welcome. Thank you for joining us and welcome on this week's episode of CalChiro Live. Give everybody a second to start chiming in on the chat here soon. As you know, we've been doing weekly broadcasts to help provide value and information to our membership, and this week will be no different. I've actually got some special surprises for you as well. So really encourage you, text your friends, let them know that we're on. If you're with us for the first time, please like and subscribe to our channel and turn on your notifications. It really helps us from the algorithm perspective when people do that. And it lets you know when we're going to be going live. So if you like money today, we're going to be able to see if we find a winner for $600. So super exciting. Thank you guys for starting to log on and joining us today. I wanted to share just a couple of quick announcements with you guys. First of all, if you we are starting to have district events all over the place. So chime in or tune in to what your district's doing, or if you want to know what your district's up to, reach out to me and I'll connect you with your district president so that you can know what events are going on in your districts. We had a tremendous event last night in Santa Clara. Over 60 people at our event. Dr. Miles Bodson was our keynote speaker. It was incredible. So a lot of fun, a lot of networking, community building, looking for ways to support chiropractors in any fashion possible. I also wanted you to let you know about an upcoming webinar. I believe it's today. Dr. Robbie Butler reached out to me. He's been working hard. It's a student loan repayment webinar. So that's something that I would definitely recommend if you're a new student or a new graduate or a student that's with us today. Definitely check out that student loan repayment webinar. It's on our website. If you haven't gone to our revamped website, take a look at that. Make sure you've got your login squared away. If you need help walking through the website, again, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I believe I got Shasta on with me here today, and she will, she's saying not today. So the webinar is not today, but it will be coming up soon. So Robbie asked me to announce that. So here I am doing it. I also want to let you guys know about our upcoming Seaside Symposium. That's really starting to build up some traction. That's filling up. The room block is gone. I was informed today that the room block is gone. I wanted to share with you guys my screen here about the event location in Monterey, Seaside, super close to the downtown area. You can see our lineup of speakers here. Definitely some people that I'm looking forward to hearing from. Dr. Azzolino, super neurologically based practitioner. I'm sure he'll be sharing some of the latest and greatest stuff there. Steve Capobianco, he always brings pertinent sports content. So, this is what has helped us. This symposium has somewhat replaced our sports symposium. There's going to be a lot of sports content here, as you can see. Dr. Nick Athens as well wrote a brand new book. So highly recommend that you check this out especially if you're in the area. We still have availability in terms of the seminar, but the room block is gone, and it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to some things that are going on there that I'm going to announce here shortly. But just as a point of reference for myself, love the Alvarado Street Brewery, love the wharf. The seafood down there is amazing. So come and join me, come and hang out. Love to see you and have some fun. So let's keep moving though today, because I want to make sure we get to our guest and our content. So as always, being in the room or being on the broadcast is what gives you the best opportunity to get the content, to feel the energy, to feel the support. So I want to welcome Joe from Sterling Professional. Hi, Joe. How you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. I can hear you now, and I'm assuming you can hear me if you
Yep.
answered that question. But I'm so grateful to Joe for all the support that he provides to the chiropractic profession. And more importantly, today, I think you're going to learn some things. That's what we're really trying to do, is teach people not just about what products you have and, your company, but just topics in general. And Joe runs a CBD-based company called Sterling Professional, Sterling Oils. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, Joe, and how you got to here?
So, thank you, Doctor. Your hair looks awesome today, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you.
I parted mine to the right today. I usually part it to the left, but had
I
to shake
believe
it up a
I
little
used the
bit.
blow dryer this morning. I used the blow dryer.
Hey, so CalChiro, thank you for being an amazing organization. I work with organizations all across the U.S., and I'm not just kissing anyone's butt by when I say that CalChiro is special. It's special for a couple reasons. Number one, Sterling started in California. I got
Right.
my, I don't know if you've seen it, but I got my California Love plaque up on the wall.
Nice.
Blessings to everyone in Southern California who got affected by the fires. Number two, um, it's not important. It's not good enough to sell a great product at a great price. So
Right.
education is key because guess what? There's a lot of CBD companies out there, and unfortunately, there's a lot of good companies, but there's a lot of bad companies too.
Yeah.
And when I say they're bad companies, they selling to a doctor's office is a lot different than selling to a gas station, right? There's more requirements. There's a much higher
And
level
there
of
should be.
trust that is needed, right? So, so we do three things because we just sell to doctors' offices across the nation. We do four things to make sure that our products are worthy of a doctor's office. Everything that a chiropractor sells is a representation of themselves and a representation of their office. So we do four things to ensure that we have what we call medical grade CBD. Number one, rigorous third party testing. So we not only test for CBD content, THC content, but we also test for mycotoxins, heavy metals, pesticides. Every single batch that we make is tested on each of our products. And I have a short video I can show you. Each of our products has a little QR code on the back that
Okay.
goes to independent third party testing. The second thing that we do, which is unique, is we have solventless extraction. Not going too deep into the weeds, but we don't use ethanol or CO2 to extract the cannabinoids off of it. It's a super clean process. We use distilled ice water and cavitation to get the cannabinoids off of the plant. Number three, nanotechnology. So our particle size is really small. Don't want to get too deep into the weeds, but super important. And why is nanotechnology important? Because smaller particle size, easier to digest, easier for the body to absorb the product. And number four, we're manufactured in a GMP certified facility. GMP is a designation by the FDA, which states that we are a food grade facility. So there's a lot of implications on that, with everything from the floor to the lighting to the way our production, what they're wearing, quality control. We get tested, but those are four things that we think are super important for us that help um, differentiate us from a lot of other companies out there, and that's why we call ourselves medical grade CBD.
And that's what I love, about what we've been talking about and the relationship we've been building. Like you said before, everything's built on relationships, right? All business and community and support. Support is conditional, right? And so I appreciate that aspect. But I think you've touched on a couple of really important things. As a practitioner, we're always concerned with, where are they sourcing their raw products? How are they manufacturing it, right? And then what are they doing to support the profession? Like those are the things that are important to me. So can you just touch on that a little? I know you touched on it a little bit already, but I want you to tell everybody what you've done to support the profession, because I think that's an important piece of the puzzle.
So a number of things that we've done to support the profession. Number one, we talked about education. So I just had my 16th article just published in Chiropractic Economics. I am maybe, if not the one of the most prolific contributors to chiropractic economics. It's about education, right?
Yeah.
What makes our products great? Number two, have been to the last four Chiro Congress. And Chiro Congress, for those of you who don't know, all the state and executive directors from across the nation collaborate and work together to improve the chiropractic profession. You learn from Florida, learn from best practices to do it, and how to work to continue growing the profession. And then number three, we are proud supporters of many organizations across the nation. Fourth, which I need to throw in here, I'm president of an organization called ChiroHeroes. ChiroHeroes is an organization that has raised over $200,000 to support victims of human trafficking and sex slavery. So we have golf tournaments in Utah, Virginia, Maine, and working on some other states. But it is a group of concerned chiropractors and practitioners that are trying to make a difference in people's lives. So
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I want you to just talk a little bit about the CBD industry in general. How many people use it? The growth rate, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Can I share a slide here?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to share a window. I'm going to share a Chrome tab. Can you see this?
We're getting it up right now, buddy. Now we can see you.
All right. Let's see. CalChiro, we're in a bunch of great offices. So market dynamics, 26% of Americans use CBD in 2023.
Okay.
Which was the latest data that we have. 22% growth rate. And whether you carry CBD products or other supplements in your office is up to you. But realize that your patients are already buying poor quality, untested CBD, right? From unreputable sources.
Sure.
Don't get me wrong. There's some good companies out there, but this is a great market opportunity for you to do two things. Number one, drive sales and revenue in your office. Number two, just as importantly, improve patient outcomes.
Okay.
The average office does about $10,000 a year in CBD sales, and is it going to get you rich? No, but you're making $10,000 profit, and it's super easy to sell. Why is it super easy to sell? Because people are already using it. The stuff that they're buying is overpriced. Like our pricing is amazing, and it is pure, proven, and tested, and much higher quality than the rest of than other products that you can find in the market and others. So a couple of examples, and you probably can't see it because it's small. Like CVS is carrying CBD clinic with tiny amounts of CBD in it,
right?
Overpriced. There's a lot of there are some competitors in the market, but this is medical grade, right? This is a much higher quality, has some great attributes. Most importantly, why would you want to carry CBD? Number one, it improves patient outcomes. How does it improve patient outcomes? Really three key indicators of CBD. Number one is pain and inflammation. Number two is help people sleep. And number three is reducing stress. And what I love about working with chiropractors have way better trust with their patients, and studies show this, right? And you know it, right? Studies show that chiropractors have a unique bedside manner.
Yeah.
So you see people every day that are stressed out. You see people every day that don't get enough sleep. And the answer is not prescription medication. So a great example is our sleep products. So internally, we call our sleep gummies Ambien killer, because
Okay.
Ambien is like the worst thing for people. And we've got some great research on that, right? It shuts down the brain. You don't get good REM sleep. The only thing that's working is what they call your lizard brain. What's amazing about it is, and science doesn't quite understand it, but since COVID, sleep patterns in the US have been a disaster. COVID attacks the ACE2 receptors in the central nervous system, making sleep after after having COVID much more difficult. And the answer is not prescription medication. It aligns to what chiropractors believe helping the body help itself relax the mind. When you can't fall asleep, your body's tired, but your mind just won't shut up.
Sure.
Right. So our products low dose THC, just a little bit, just enough, a little bit to slow down the brain, make a big difference in people's ability to get sleep.
That's awesome. I wanted to, I was just thinking about as you were talking, talk a little bit about strength of CBD products, because that's something, as I've talked to different companies, they're like, oh, my CBD has this much CBD in it, or mine it doesn't need this much because it's got this delivery system, right? And so those are just some of the questions that keep coming up, as people are entering into my office and wanting me to promote their products and things like that. And, that's one of the reasons I wanted to connect with you more, is to learn more about that. So,
yeah. So to be super clear, everything that Sterling sells is federally legal. What does that mean? Federally legal. Number one, it has to have less than 0.3% THC by weight.
Okay.
From seed to production to harvest. Can never have more than 0.3% THC. So
Okay.
if someone is touting that our products are more potent than others, there's a limit, right? There's a speed limit. You do not sell products that are above 0.3% THC, because you are not only going against federal guidelines, you're going against US guideline or California guidelines. So the components of the amount of THC is critical.
Okay.
Number two is, what other ingredients are you adding to the product?
Okay.
CBD and low dose THC, is it a miracle drug? No, but in combination with other supplements, other ingredients, that is where the magic happens. Quite
Okay.
honestly, it's not that hard to make a CBD lotion. What's much harder is to make a CBD lotion that has other amazing ingredients that people have been using for millennia. So like our best-selling lotion, one of our best-selling lotions, our magnesium balm.
Okay.
So 2,500 milligrams of CBD, THC free. It has magnesium from Dead Sea salt. Magnesium is awesome for sore joints and inflammation. Arnica, eucalyptus, cinnamon, clove, has some amazing ingredients in it that help with pain and inflammation. So if I would just say, my answer is, if someone is touting their potency or how strong they are,
right,
that's a red flag, because you can't have more than anyone else does.
I see. Well, like you've shown me, that magnesium product has been very helpful, and I think that that's a great product just to talk about in general. But tell us a little bit more on what training, what research do you guys have regarding CBD effectiveness to help people learn more?
Yeah. So in addition to my 16 articles, or actually 17 articles now in chiropractic economics, actually it was kind of cool. I learned last week that I had one of the top 5 read articles in chiropractic economics on health and wellness.
Right on.
Not just CBD, not on health and wellness. So the education is key. I've had trainings with many districts across California. I'm on the rental list, and
Right.
are planning to do a tour of the Bay Area and Southern California again in the after the symposium, probably late spring. But again, education is key. We have 3 things that help doctors sell.
Okay.
What I understand about chiropractors: you're helping out your patients, you're running your business, you're paying your bills, you're doing the little things. Where the magic happens is when we train the staff, right? So when somebody's sitting in the office, a staff can articulately talk about our products. So the latest article that I wrote for chiropractic economics was called 5 tips for selling supplements in your office, whether it's Sterling or you want to sell some other supplements. 5 things. I'll give you the quick synopsis. Choose the right company. It's got to be pure, it's got to be proven. You have to be trusted. Number 2, train your staff. It's where the magic happens. Number 3, effective merchandising. So we provide not only great products, but merchandising materials, POP, display stands. I've got a really nice display here that comes
Tell
with
everybody
some
what
of our.
POP is real quick, just because chiropractors aren't always familiar with retail success. POP.
Yeah, point of purchase material.
Wow.
Yeah, so what is display stands, sheets, acrylic frames, picture frames that talk about our product, that talk about its effectiveness, what it does, how to help out their patients. So it's called point of purchase material. You go to a 7-Eleven, you walk out and they have a little display of a Slurpee, right? That's POP material. So that merchandising effectiveness is critical. And I do come from a retail background, right? So before I started Sterling, spent a lot of years in corporate America, working with large corporations, selling big retailers, Home Depot, Costco, Walmart, all those. So these are important components of selling, right? You can't just have a product sitting on a shelf because that just dies in the back.
Right.
And what I also know about chiropractors and your offices, you're not a Walmart. You can't carry everything.
Right.
Right. So just carry the best selling products. And then not only can you sell the best selling products, the 3 to 5 best selling products. And then if people want to buy products that you don't have, we can set up a patient portal where people can buy a pet CBD or they can buy a tincture that you don't have. So that way you get incremental commission and allow your patients to get shipped product directly, and we send you a check every month.
I think that's awesome because then you don't have to take inventory. That's always something that young practitioners are concerned about, or even practitioners like myself. How much money do you want to have on your shelves, right? Kind of thing.
You don't want to have a lot.
Yeah.
You want to keep inventory to a minimum. You want to maximize the turns. So in that venue, you can order one product from us, and we'll send you one product. There's no minimum order quantity. Anything over $150, we'll ship for free. There is, of course, volume discounts. Every single chiropractor, whether you're a single office and have a low patient count, or you have 20 chiropractors in your office with a high patient count, you're doing magic, right? And so we want to support everyone and everyone in between to make sure that we provide the solutions to help them help this product sell.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. We had a question that came up in the chat. And I'm not sure you can answer it now, but can you direct us towards federal guidelines that talk about the strength of CBD, or where to? Someone was curious as to where they find that. Should they connect with you, or is that something they could look at individually?
So on this particular slide, it talks about CBD, federal and legality.
Okay.
Down here are links to the references.
Okay.
So one question that you have is CBD federal legal federally?
Okay.
The answer is yes, as long as, number 1, it's made from state certified industrial hemp plants. Number 2, needs to have less than 0.3% THC by weight. It's kind of funny, from seed to growing to sale. Probably 4 years ago, I bought some, and so Sterling actually started right outside of Santa Cruz. It's named after a street outside of Santa Cruz, but we have our hemp is grown there. We bought some seeds from a reputable seed company, and after probably 4 months, we've had the team go out there and test it, and it was tested at 0.39% THC by weight. we had to plow the entire field over because it can never be above 0.3% THC by weight. So we obviously went back to the seed producer and let them know, but never have more than 0.3% THC by weight from seed to sale. There are strict label and warning requirements that are required on each label. I got to tell you, Dr. Phil, I spend way too much time on labels to make sure they're compliant. It's
Yeah.
it's a thorn in my side, man. And strict warning requirements. And we can never say, like any other supplement, that CBD can treat any disease or ailment. So yes, I
Cool.
do. Long answer. Yes, we do have links that shows that it's federally legal. I would not be able to ship it across the border if it did not adhere to all of these requirements. And you definitely don't want to sell them if they weren't, if it wasn't legal.
Well, if you could type that over in the chat, we'll post it, for our guests today. We're winding down and we got to give away some money today, but just one more quick question before we go. Do we need a seller's permit, and should we collect sales tax, state sales tax?
You do not need a seller's permit, but you do. You probably want to pay taxes.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a no-brainer. If you're paying tax to the provider, to the vendor, or they're going to give you a use tax bill at the end of the year, and try to make sure they get their money. So
yeah, and note that it is for resale. So when I sell you a product, you're not taxed on it. But if you're collecting tax on the sale, then you should definitely be using those. I do want
even
to
if you're
show.
not collecting tax, they still want their tax.
Yeah.
So you should be charging tax.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, I really appreciate you being on here today and how informative it was. I wanted you to just tell everybody quickly about how they connect with you, and we can put that in the chat if they have additional questions. And then I want you to tell everybody what your gift today to the CalChiro members.
Yeah. So two things. If you haven't tried CBD or try any products, we got a sample pack offer. We have full-size jars, and I would suggest our best-selling products are magnesium balm, our muscle gel, and a sleep gummy. And we will send you full-size bottles, not just little sample packs, full-size bottles for $30. So you get to try it, you get to use it, you actually see what the packaging looks like, what the how it's used, get plenty of testing on it. But if you're interested in CBD at all, or interested in how these products work, instead of sending little sample packs to you, I would much rather send it's very fair offer, $30 for 3 of any of our products. And then I want to share what I think is awesome. So because we started in Santa Cruz, we have a good buddy of mine has an awesome boat called the Valhalla.
All
It
right.
is out of Santa Cruz. The boat's kind of famous, right? He's actually filmed world famous surfers in Half Moon Bay at Mavericks. But we are offering, and every time we go out, we see whales. He knows a place. This is Captain Jeff right there. He's just an amazing guy.
Nice.
Yeah, he's just salt of the earth, great guy. But we are offering at least five trips after the symposium on Sunday. So it ends, I think, at noon. At 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock, a tour of Monterey Bay on an amazing boat. I guarantee we'll see whales or dolphins. There's a place called Shark Park where baby
Ooh,
sharks, it's like a nursery for sharks.
I almost want to start singing Sharkadoo-doo-doo-doo, but that's just because I've had a young daughter for recently.
Yeah, right. So anyways, so we'd love to have you. We got some great pictures of it. The boat ride, the tour is awesome. Totally great boat, but great opportunity for chiropractors after the symposium to hang out together, jump on a boat, maybe have a beer or a cocktail, and tour what is one of the most amazing places in the world, which is Monterey Bay.
That's awesome, man. I really appreciate it. So, what we're going to do for everybody that's on with us here today, if you're going to be at the Seaside Symposium, we're going to do one of these tickets per week for the next 5 weeks. And I'm going to select a number. I have a number already selected on a piece of paper. I'm going to show you guys a folded up piece of paper where I've already selected a number. It's right here. You can see I have a folded up piece of paper. And anybody who is going to be at the Seaside Symposium that's on the chat and wants to be on the boat needs to select a number. And whoever's closest to the number without going over, again, I say closest to the number without going over, will win today's ticket on the boat. And even if you haven't signed up yet and you intend on signing up and want to be on the boat, you can put your number in. So starting now, we're going to have everybody submit a number, and I'm holding the number right here, and I will tell you who the winner is in the next 30 seconds. This is fun. This is always a good time when people start wanting to win stuff. This is where, and the money gets fun too. So, all right. So, we haven't had any numbers submitted yet. I guess nobody wants to commit. Everybody's worried about, am I going to be there? Do I like to go on boats? All the other things. We put the website in there already. Okay, now we got some numbers coming in. Now we got some numbers. Jess Pontius, thank you for submitting a number. We've got another number from Linda Berry. All right, we've got a couple of numbers coming in. I'm going to wait just another 10 seconds. We got a couple more numbers coming in. Excellent. Couple more numbers. Rami submitting a number as well. Excellent, Rami. All right. I should have said it's a number between 1 and 100. I'm sorry. I should have said that. We've got 5 seconds. 5 seconds. Last submissions coming through. All right. That is time. The number that was selected on my piece of paper was number 29. So that makes our winner Javier Suarez. Javier, how you doing? Thank you so much for playing today, and you have a ticket for the boat ride. Before we spin the wheel, I just wanted to remind you guys that we are going to give away $600 here in just a minute. You have to be a member of the association on the chat. You have to respond in the chat within 30 seconds. I also wanted to remind you about the Seaside Symposium again. I was incorrect. Well, the room block is full. There are still rooms available at the venue, but you would have to just book a room on their regular website. So the ones that we had at the discounted rate have been all taken up, but we still have room at the hotel. So I wanted to clarify that for everybody. All right. Now I'm super excited. You're going to stay on with us, Joe, for giving away some money?
Love it.
All right, let's do it. So I'm going to bring up the new, what are we going to call this here? Shasta, is it under Bobby J? Is that what I need to, where is the new canasta? For those of you that speak Spanish, canasta is basket or wheel. Wheel translates to basket. Can you bring up here it is. So, you with us, Joe?
Yep, I'm here.
Oh, wait a minute. I just, there we go. I got to bring it back. Okay, you just took yourself off the camera. I see.
Yeah, man.
All right, now, so this is our new digital randomizer right here. It's got our CalChiro brand on it. Everybody's name is loaded up in this randomizer, and we're going to go ahead and spin for the first name. Brenda Mora. Brenda Mora, you have 30 seconds. And what is really cool about this randomizer is it's got a timer. So there's no more discrepancy on how many seconds is really 30 seconds. I've been doing my best since we created this broadcast to keep track of 30 seconds in the corner while we're keeping track of names being spun and making sure guests stay entertained, as well as, the guests that we have on the show. Brenda Mora, you won some money, but you're not here. Remember, 6 names today. That was name number 1. Let's do name number 2. Michelle Skitko, you have 30 seconds to claim your prize. I can't see why anybody wouldn't want to be on these broadcasts these days, especially with the opportunity to win $600. That's basically paying for your membership for the whole year. I mean, we really could use those donations too to the PAC, but I'll let you do what you want with your money. Michelle Skitko, you have 8 seconds. Looks like we have 43 people on the broadcast today. That's the countdown timer does not discriminate, as someone has pointed out. All right, let's do name number 3. Melissa Nagare. Yes, you have 30 seconds. It's definitely been fun doing these. So thanks again, Joe, for supporting us in our efforts here. Greatly appreciate all the support that you provide for the profession, for our organization. As we've talked about, the relationships always help develop. It helps me to determine who to work with and who not to work with. So I wholeheartedly agree with you there. All right, let's do name number 4. Downing, your name number 4, Cindy Downing. Man, when this prize pool gets up to $1,000, I think last time we did this, the prize pool got up to $900, and somebody won $900. It was actually a student from Palmer West. So that covered some tuition and some school books, I'm sure, for her. So it's always good to see students on here as well. I know I talked with a few new students last night at our event, and hopefully we'll see some students at the Seaside Symposium too, because I know there's sports clubs as well for both the schools. So, all right, let's do name number 5. Brett Sullivan. Oh, I'm being we actually gave away $1,100. $1,100. That's amazing that a student was able to take away $1,100. If you were a student CalChiro member, why wouldn't you come on these broadcasts? I mean, the chance to win $1,100 as a student, that would be somewhat of a game changer for your whole quarter, maybe a whole year, kind of thing, with what it takes to be a student these days. All right. Well, it looks like that was the 5th name. We've got one more. Just a reminder before we spin, Seaside Symposium coming up in less than a month. Our legislative conference coming up on March 25th. Make sure you're reaching out to your district events. We also have the student loan webinar coming up. And one of the people who will remain nameless said if they win, they told me today, they're going to donate half of it back to the PAC. And anyone who contributes that, he will, I don't think he'll match it. I'll have to get clarity. He said he would contribute if somebody else contributes to the PAC if they won. So let's do the final name for today, Shasta. Frederico Gaitan, you have 30 seconds. Thanks so much for putting that PAC link up there. The PAC is so critical to what we do as an organization. If you don't know what a PAC is, it's a political action committee. And a political action committee makes it possible for us to liaison with legislators and to advance forward the initiatives that are important to us as an organization, as a profession, so that we can stand up for ourselves and represent ourselves in the community. So doesn't look like Frederico is here today, and that probably makes everybody in the chat happy. Thanks so much for being on with us, Joe. Really appreciate it. And next week, we'll be giving away $700. $700. Thanks, guys. See you next week.
See you, and I'll see you in a